The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Sharyn has given me horse bites.
Yeah. It's because you got gristly knees. Like you need to get a bloody rub. I feel like they're really gristly. Like I feel like you need to I'm trying not to rub too high because I feel like I'm working my way up. To
it's like no, don't say that. We don't need to make it awkwardly sexual.
Gotta go a long way up.
It's a weird feeling.
Like you've got really gristly knees.
It's like sweet and sour. It's like pleasure and pain. Coming up in the show. Pie Cornosaurus.
You've got really tight RT bands.
Heaps of stories from Shaz Dog, who's back from Mexico. Good to have you back, babes. Thanks for the
Thanks, babes.
American Authors interview, Shorty Street Scandal. It's all on today. Check it out.
He just...
No, I didn't. This is not... Don't lie. Ow.
Need a napkin, mate.
Ow.
You actually really need to roll your
Play the podcast.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show. Guy, Sharyn and Clint back together.
Sharon's back from Mexico. Sharyn, big question off the bat. Did you get finger sandwiches at the airport?
No finger sandwiches. They only
bombshell.
No, because they only have them at the domestic terminal in Auckland. They don't have them at the
typical.
international. So I did the classic. Whenever you fly out of Auckland, you have to go to the Burger King there and get Burger King. So I got a BK chicken and a Whopper Junior with cheese.
I love how of all the stories we could have got from her trip to Mexico, we're going with that one.
Yeah.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
Sharon's back from Mexico. And pretty much all we've asked her is what the movie on the plane was and whether she got some finger sandwiches at the airport. The answer is no. And what was the movie on the plane again?
I watched the whole first season of Orange is the New Black.
Orange is the New Black.
And Divergent, which is my new favourite movie.
And Divergent. Now, we've got one story that we've been waiting to save on air all day. This story that's only been known thus far as The Situation. It's coming direct from Mexico. Sharyn, please treat us to an atrocity.
You know when you go away, there are just some things that you wish never happened to you because they're mortifying.
Yeah.
And it's even harder when it happens in a place where they don't speak English and you can't speak the language at all.
Yeah.
So we were in our hotel room. Nobody told us that you don't put the toilet paper down the toilet in Mexico. And in a lot of places in Europe, because their plumbing is so old and so crap, there's like a bin next to the toilet where you put your toilet paper.
I've had that. It's disgusting.
It's so
especially
weird.
because these are the places where you get food poisoning so often.
Oh, obviously.
And so if you're stuck on the toilet and you can't flush the toilet paper, you can think of the rest. Anyway, carry on with the situation.
Oh, God.
So, I am a person that when I do number ones, I use heaps of toilet paper. I just use too much toilet paper.
For number one.
So I'm like flushing it down, like whatever, doesn't matter. I was out waiting for my husband in the lounge, and he comes out and he goes, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "The worst possible thing has happened."
The worst possible of
like,
all the things.
"Oh my God, did the maid steal our passport?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "Oh my God, did the maid steal my wedding rings?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "It's the worst." And he looked like he was going to cry. And I said, "What?" And I walked out and he goes, "Don't go back there! Don't go back there!" And I was like, "Okay." And he goes, "The toilet won't flush." And I was like, what do you... I was like, "Just try flushing it again." He goes, "I've flushed it 3 times. It's on the brim of overflowing." And I was like, "Well, what's the problem?" And he goes, "I just went number 2s. And so the toilet was filled to the brim with water and poo. And then I was like, "Well, find something we can plunge it with." And he goes, "You don't understand. You can't put your hands in there without getting poo all over your hands."
Oh, this is disgusting.
And I was like, "We've got a situation on our hands, Bryce." And I said to him, "I was like, you're going to have to go and get them to get maintenance to fix it." And he goes, "I don't speak Spanish." And so I had to Google the toilet is blocked with feces.
In Spanish.
And write it down for him. And he goes down to the reception. And which is usually manned by old Mexican men. And just on that day, the 2 hottest Spanish girls he'd seen the whole time working reception, and he had to somehow explain to them that our toilet was blocked and we needed somebody to come and clear it. It was so mortifying for him because every time we walked past reception, that for the rest of the holiday, they looked at us like, "It's the poo people.
I love how you've been on holiday in Mexico for 2 weeks. And that's the big story. The time you clogged the toilet with... I don't even want to say it on air. That is disgusting.
Lisa, what's yours?
Hi, basically I was in Tenerife with my friend. I had the trots. I had a really bad tummy. We were walking home from the nightclub. There was nowhere to go.
Oh, no.
I just knocked on a random house, screamed at them, I need your toilet, went up, took my guts, and then wandered back out of their house into the night, said thank you, and that was it.
Oh, my God.
You screamed at
It was
them.
so embarrassing.
You screamed at them, I need your toilet.
Yes, I did.
Like some sort of crappy Arnold Schwarzenegger at the start of Terminator 1. I need your motorbike, your jacket, and your toilet, please.
I needed their toilet, yeah. They were
Man.
happy to oblige.
I tell you what, they're not going to be happy to oblige the next time someone screams at them on their doorstep. Gareth, what happened to you?
Okay, in a nutshell, my partner at the time had told me that it was just like living here in New Zealand, but when we went on holiday to Malaysia, she gave me a glass of local water, and that had me running from floor to floor trying to find toilet. And when I couldn't do that, I thought I'd quickly down a kebab because they tend to block me up. And unfortunately, there's a difference between Malaysian hot and Kiwi hot, and I couldn't stop bleeding from the back passage.
Oh!
I went to the hospital.
You went into hospital with a bleeding bum.
Yep.
Wow.
It screwed up my intestines, something wicked.
Wow.
Destroyed my holiday.
You poor man,
We should have put a
Gareth.
warning on this segment going, warning may contain bleeding bum stories.
And also with a mortifying holiday
Mate.
story this afternoon. Emma, tell us what happened to you.
Hi, I was on a holiday in Greece with my now husband and my best friend, and they both got horrific food poisoning, and we're going both ends. Really, really fun for me, except that we were staying in a 6-bed dorm, so I had the delightful pleasure of explaining to each of our other bunkmates what the situation was. The extra good fun part was that we had an adjoining bathroom to the room, which they couldn't use because my partner and friend were both like tagging in and out of the bathroom.
Oh, man.
And I also had to explain why our rubbish bin was now a spew bucket.
Yeah, and if you can love someone through that, Emma, then it's no surprise to me that you guys are married.
Sharyn, you've coined a new phrase today, and I don't think it's a good one. It's situation.
And
Send it to Oxford to the dictionary company. Let's get it printed.
I will. It's going to be a proud moment for me.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
What is your worst ever role? I've got it.
Oh, co-host on the Guy, Sharyn and Clint show.
Okay, that was too fast, Sharyn. Good to have you back. I've got a mate, and she recently got a role, and I was so excited for her. I was like, oh, so cool. You're in a play. Congratulations on getting the role. Really stoked for her. What did you get? And she's like, I'm playing a Chinese American.
What is a Chinese American?
A Chinese person who lives in America.
Right.
A Chinese American.
Right.
Right?
So they have an American accent.
So it's a Chinese person, yeah, who would speak English in an American accent.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like something
Where do
from
they live?
Miss Saigon, I think America.
And where do they originate from?
Oh, this is getting really complicated. China.
Okay,
China.
good. Okay, good.
Okay. Now, the problem with this Chinese American role, great role, congratulations and all that, she's not American and she's not Chinese.
So how do they...
She's here in Auckland, like a New Zealand Māori chick,
Yeah.
playing a Chinese American. Could you get a more nightmare situation? And I'm like, how do they characterize you? How do they make you Chinese?
You can feign an accent, so you can do
No,
an
you
American
can't,
accent.
no.
No, you can do a fake American accent or a fake Chinese accent, but
No, but even then, how
visual
racist is that going to be?
Yeah, true. But then the visual aspect of it, it's also weird.
Look at Clint Curtis. He's played many a role where he's not Māori.
Imagine, there's never been a role in Cliff Curtis's career, though, where they've gone, hey, can you wear this racist stereotype Chinese triangle hat, though, please? Like you're working in a paddy field or something like that. So
No, but he's had to wear headdress.
So I thought I'd just throw it out to you guys. Like, what's the worst role? Have you ever had a terrible role on stage? Sharyn, you would have done it.
When I lived in Timaru, I was in the South Canterbury Drama League.
Yeah.
And I was a munchkin in an Emerald City working in The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
I was Oliver.
Wait. Oliver.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah,
never
yeah.
before.
So-
Please,
hey,
sir,
hey.
can I have some more?
Hey, I don't
We
want to.
believe you.
No, you scabby little shit. Get out.
I don't want to sound like a theatre snob here, Shazdog, but Oliver is traditionally, and I don't want to sound like a misogynist either, traditionally played by a man.
But Oliver is a young boy whose balls haven't dropped, and
Yeah.
I had
Oliver,
a
the boy whose balls haven't dropped.
I had a mullet, so I look like a boy.
Were you the most boyish looking girl? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. My parents may or may not have had to pierce my ears at a young age because people thought I was a boy.
It's all coming now. That's too much. Clint, do you have a bad role?
I was in Guys and Dolls when I was at high school, but not many guys at my school wanted to be in theatre, so most of the guys in Guys and Dolls were girls. So it was more like Dolls and Dolls, or girls in hats and dolls.
What I love about this is you would have been like the only dude amongst 12 girls, and they would have gone, "What are you doing in theatre, you homo? What are you doing hanging out with those girls? You pussy, you loser. Oh, what's that? 12 girls to one guy. What a loser."
Of course. I also did Fiddler on the Roof, the traditional Jewish story where the fiddler was played by a small Indian boy.
You're such a liar. Your installment of Fiddler on the Roof was not you playing Fiddler on the Roof. It was you on the roof having a fiddle.
No, gross.
That was the sequel.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
I am very, very excited. Not because I'm back.
You sound excited.
Because I'm trying to contain my excitement because when I get excited, I tend to scream.
Okay.
We've been working behind the scenes now for about 2.5 months on bringing one of our favourite artists of the show to New Zealand. And we've been working on this so much with the promoter, with the Edge, everything.
I designed a poster that no one liked.
That Leon has said that for the first time in the Edge history, that the Guy, Sharyn and Clint show have the sole presents, the exclusive rights over this concert that is coming to New Zealand. And we are so excited!
This is big news.
It's huge news, but...
Unfortunately, we can't announce what the concert is until 11:30 tonight.
Okay, so I got two problems with this.
Okay.
First of all, that we've built up this big announcement and everyone's listening going, "Oh my God, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be?" And now we tell them they've got to wait till 11:30.
Yes.
Second of all, who was the marketing genius that decided they're going to announce our big concert announcement at 11:30 in the night time?
Because this show is a big international show. It's a big international artist. And they've had to do this because the dates are getting announced the same time as different countries. So they have to do it so they all align. So it's being done at 11:30 p.m. tonight. And Marty and Steph on the Edge Night Show are going to do the announcement for us.
I just like to imagine that it's promoted by the worst promoter of all time. 11:30 at night is when we will tell them when it's happening. Can you give us clues right now? Can you give me clues as to who it's going to be?
Ooh, I don't know. No.
Is it Beyonce?
No, it's not Beyonce.
Is it, what letters does it begin with?
R.
Oh, careful.
Do they wear necklaces?
Yes.
That's all the questions I can think of right now.
I'll give you a couple of hints.
Okay.
No other letters in their name apart from the letter R.
Yeah.
The person is very, very sexual.
Okay. Am I going to like them?
Yes, you know who it is.
Okay.
They're working on a new album at the moment.
Okay.
They like Bad Boys.
Okay.
And they really like leather pants.
Oh, Little Richard.
No, it's not Little Richard. It's someone that everybody knows.
Is it the Ramones from the 1980s?
Oh, R.I.P. They lost a member yesterday. They're not going to be. They're not going to be.
No, they lost the last member.
I did not.
There's literally no Ramone left.
Okay, that was wrong place, wrong time, guys. I'm so sorry.
Look, we can't. Don't give out any more clues. The announcement, weirdly, is going to be at 11:30 tonight with Marty and Steph. But then we'll bring all the action to you tomorrow. It's all going up on Facebook if you're still awake at that time. But it's good. We've finally got this artist here and we've finally got a concert to present.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
Tell us about your market. This is Market Watch 0800 The Edge.
Welcome to Market Watch with your host, Guy Williams.
Have you been to a market on the weekend? Have you seen a market? Have you heard of a market? Is there any interesting people in your markets?
Does a supermarket count?
A supermarket? Not really. I was more thinking about like a flea market or like a Saturday market or a French market or...
Shout out to the craft market in Rotorua.
A car boot market could be a good example.
I'm just not a big fan of markets. It's all like baggy pants, smells of incense and hemp, and not the good kind.
I've got a market update. And if you do have one as well, call us on 0800 The Edge. I've got a market update. I went on the weekend to the Avondale markets.
Ooh.
And by the way, guys, if you're in the market for some party pills or some switchblades with skull and crossbones on them, or a woman who's selling what claims to be the best socks in the world, then you should go to the Avondale markets.
How were her socks the best socks in the world?
I went and asked her that very question. I'm glad you asked, Sharyn. And she said, I'm not really sure. My husband put up the sign.
Aw.
And I bet the husband, when you go and ask her, why are these the best socks in the world? He goes, ask my wife, she put up the sign.
I reckon he's just saying that so that he gets brownie points and gets lucky on Sundays.
My favourite... Gross. My favourite thing about the Avondale markets were the weapons available.
Yes.
Full spectrum of seemingly very dangerous weapons. There's one table that was selling batons and knives, including like machetes and switchblades.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I asked the dude, I go up to him, and he kind of gave me that, like, I don't speak good English kind of line. He was an Asian dude, and I asked him, what are people using these large knives for? And he's like, hunting. I'm going, and these switchblades, these pocket blades, these are for hunting too. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, these ninja stars, they're for hunting too. You can get ninja stars at the. Does anyone else amazed by this?
I'd love a ninja star.
Is that not horrific? My possibly favourite thing about the market was the dude there just selling party pills.
You know,
They've been banned for like at least 2 weeks, am I right?
Yeah,
you can't
they
sell,
have.
it's illegal.
But it's the market's dog.
At the Avondale markets, who gives a crap?
They have a market, they call them flea markets. People still go to that. Doesn't sound like a good time. It sounds like you're going to get eaten alive.
It's awesome.
But Cam, you actually saw Guy at these markets on Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Why are you laughing at me?
Did you buy the party pills, Cam?
I was looking for the guy with the party pills.
Cam,
Just a big subs guy, that's all.
you should call him for a shout out. Did you
right.
Did you purchase anything at the Avondale markets?
So some of those expensive socks.
Are they the best socks in the world, Cam?
0800 the
Come on
Edge.
now, and there is shit.
Good times.
0800 the Edge or text to 3343.
Tell us about your markets. This is Market Watch.
Can we just talk to Hey, Cam, thanks for calling, mate.
Yeah, cool as that, guys.
Welcome to Market Watch with your host, Guy Williams.
That's what you always say. Oh!
Sharyn was saving that up from Mexico.
Welcome back, Shazdog.
Welcome to Market Watch. Have you been to a market? What wacky things are going on in your markets on the weekends? I went to Avondale markets. That was a shambles. I'm desperate for phoners on this topic. So I'm opening up the Guy Williams prize box. Call in with your good market yarn, and you can win something out of the prize box. I've got a CD from Tim Omatic, and also a mini UV fluoro light with torch.
What would you do with a mini UV light?
Take it to a rave, obviously, as it says on the packet. Great for raves.
That's for looking for those special stains.
No!
Why it is? Why is it in the prize box?
Oh, amazing. Well, look for those special stains with the sweet new rave lights.
I was going to go anywhere near Guy's bedroom or anywhere near
Why are you saying my wife? I'm in bed.
0800 the Edge.
Charlotte, welcome to... Yes. Charlotte,
Can you answer the
welcome
phone?
to
Is that not
Market
possible?
Watch. Tell us your
We've got some text coming from the text machine. I bought a digital camera from Aranu with pics of him and his wife. And when I took it back, he said it was an added bonus to enjoy them.
Charlotte, welcome to Market Watch.
Hi.
Tell us your experience at the good old markets.
Well, I went to Avondale Market this Sunday and found a vintage typewriter, which I was pretty stoked about. Turns out when I get home, welcomed by 3 cockroaches in it. So that was...
Bonus!
Yeah!
Yeah, they were free.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like
One of them could fly.
big ones or baby ones?
Like big ones,
Oh.
like they were black.
Oh, God.
And I was disturbed.
That's why you don't buy vintage, you don't buy things from markets.
Yeah, cockroaches
No,
are the
I'm-
vintage typewriter version of
now.
emoticons. Just put a cockroach on the end of it.
And Paul, what's your marketplace? What is it? What is this thing called? Market Watch.
What's going on in your market, Paul? Let us know.
Yeah, hey, I went down to the Papamoa market and a couple of weekends ago to sell a few wares myself.
Yeah.
And I had to get there relatively early to get a good spot, probably about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that time of the morning, there's some obviously drunk people walking around, and this drunk Māori dude, who would have been about mid-20s, asked me if he could have a coffee. I was in my van, and so I was like, yeah, made him a coffee. We're in the van, And so I lit up my cigarette at the time, and we're having a good old yarn. And then when he was about to leave, he offered me a bit of head, you know.
Whoa.
Seems like a good deal.
He, God.
I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean that to come out wrong. Okay, that came out wrong. I'm just saying that for that amount of goods and services, that's a high price to pay for a cigarette and a coffee. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I only take money, So.
Okay, good.
So
glad to hear it.
So just clarify, you didn't oblige.
No, I did not oblige.
Because you don't actually have to pay fringe benefit tax on those, so you would have been sweet.
Oh my, no.
Yeah, it's all under the table.
Literally under the table. Oh.
Thank you.
Does that warrant a prize? Probably not, eh?
Nah, hold on to your prizes, mate. Keep them in the
Guy
Williams
Williams
prize
prize box.
It kind of sounds like he should have the fluoro light. He's going to be inviting people into his car on a Saturday night.
Hey, he didn't want it, in his defence.
Thank you. And another edition of Market Watch brought to you by Guy Williams.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the bloody edge.
If there is one thing that we take very seriously on this show, it is culinary goodness, and especially when it comes to pies. And so we searched high and low to find the one man in New Zealand that knows pies like no other brother. His name is Pie Connoisseuros.
Legend tells of a great creature that roamed the plains, going from servo to servo in a quest to find the perfect pie. No mince and cheese spared, no bacon and egg neglected. Now, joining us live from the brink of extinction, the last of his kind, he is Pie Connoisseuros.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pie Connoisseuros.
Today we have a 100% New Zealand Dad's Pies Limited. Things of note, this is both MSG free and trans fat free.
What flavour is it?
Should I do a pop quiz or should I just tell you?
No, just tell us.
Okay, it's Thai chicken. So I'm a little bit worried about this because it's got coconut cream in it. There's one thing I don't like in life, it's coconuts. It certainly smells different. There's poppy seeds on the top. Let's pull this out. Thanks for this is good.
That's just some tissue from the toilets.
He's using it to wrap the pie up.
More flavour. Alright, here we go.
Can you just hold on to it?
It's a bit soggy.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. You're going to spit it out?
Not so sure about that one.
Pie Connoisseuros.
Thank you. Another terrible review.
Thank you, Pie Connoisseuros.
You just spit the pie out.
Why are you not sure? So many questions.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
If you've been on an Air New Zealand flight in the last few months, you would have seen the very famous safety video of the American supermodels from Sports Illustrated, and they did the whole big controversial campaign, so it was hot girls in bikinis and stuff.
I've seen it.
And it's been pulled now, and Guy's decided that he's written an amazing eulogy for this commercial being cancelled.
And now, an ode to an Air New Zealand safety video. Chang, dim the lights. Okay, that's all the lights off. That's too far. Turn some on. Now you're basically back to where we were before. Anyway, screw you, Chang. All right. To the Air New Zealand safety video, thank you. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the memories. Okay. You made us laugh. You made us boobies. You made us look at boobies. You made us feel awkward sitting next to our dads on the plane. You showcased New Zealand while being filmed in the Cook Islands with American supermodels. You dazzled us with your beauty. Sometimes you dazzled us so much that we forgot all the potentially life-saving information that you were supposed to teach us.
Guy, what do we do? The plane is going down.
Relax, people. The hula girls will direct you to the exit. I'm pretty sure your boobies can be used as a flotation device, so just calm down.
They can.
Let's just take a brief moment now to look back and reflect on all the good times. Boobies.
Oh, God.
Breasticles. Every day, I thank God there were no actual emergencies while you were being screened instead of important safety information. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Guy,
Is it amen or amen?
that was beautiful.
Thank you.
You're such a pussy.
Next on the show, the latest in scandal.
Do you want me to hold you? I'll hold you.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
I've just got I've been eating these nuts in the studio, and I just want Megan to sniff my nut because it smells. Tell me what it smells like.
Smells like lavender.
And listeners,
No, they smell yuck.
It smells like onion. It's
No,
onion
it smells
nut.
like fart. I ate one of your nuts before and they smell like fart.
It doesn't smell like onions.
I just really
is this
want
some sort of? This is not a bad radio dad joke gag, by the way. Stop trying to get me to sniff your nuts.
sniff my nut.
It's like
Pass me
we're
the whole
trying
sack.
to.
Pass
You're
me
like,
the sack.
Here's a sack of nuts.
There actually is a sack of nuts. This is
No, but I
not.
think
Oh, yeah, it's actually your nut sack that smells, not your nuts.
I think it's because I had
An onion in the bag.
in another bag in my lunchbox that I made.
Yeah, you need to clean
Did
your
you
nut
just
sack.
bring an onion to work
This
to
is
eat?
the most ludicrous double
we had a
entendre.
sandwich.
Put your nuts away, Shaz dog.
I've
We
got
don't want to
my
hear about them.
I've got my whole nut in my mouth right now.
No.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint. Edge.
Well, a revelation happened over the weekend from our very own Clinton Roberts. He was Snapchatting us all these pictures of him with his little cousins. And I was like, man, didn't realise he had so many cousins. I was asking him about it today, and then he revealed he had a family reunion, and he's now concerned that he is once
Wait. Let him tell
hooked
it.
up with his cousin.
No.
And
Oh,
he
Jack.
loves his fair.
Stop hooking up with your cousin, mate.
I know.
0800 the edge. Or text it to
No.
3343. Have you hooked up with your cousin?
No! No, that's not it.
Oh, Clint's got a love child. It's with his cousin, and that's
Oh, weird love child, bro.
On the weekend, my parents came up and they were like, Mum goes, oh, by the way, there's a family reunion tomorrow. Didn't tell you about it. I was like, okay, should I come? She goes, yeah, you can come, but you don't know any of them. And I was like, okay, it's my family, but sweet as. She goes, I've got a pretty big family. You've never met all of them. I was like, sweet, that's cool. And she goes, you know, you want to be careful, you know, if you're out like in the bars, pashing up chicks and stuff. And I said, why is that? And she goes, because I had 75 cousins and they all lived in Auckland. I was like, Mum, I feel like this is something you told me before I settled down with a girlfriend. Anyway, I went to the family reunion, and the good news is I have never pashed anybody that was there.
Oh, congratulations.
So the story is I have not pashed one of my cousins.
I thought that you were unsure about one of them, though.
No!
I've heard the rumour on the street is that you think some of them are hot.
I heard the rumor on the street that it wasn't the concern you hooked up with a cousin, but more of an auntie because you like the cougs.
It must have, if you look out that window to the big city
Did have some
out there,
good-looking aunties there, though.
to the big country of New Zealand. Sharyn, you're looking at it. That's a car you're looking at. I mean, to the city. Look at the to the left where the buildings are. Through that little gap there, we can almost see the city. If you look out to that big city out there, Sharyn, you're taking the piss. Look at the city. If you can see the big city out there must be some people out there who have hooked up with their cousins without realising.
Yeah.
Maybe even closer than cousins.
Maybe with realising.
Tell you what, I've looked twice at my dad's twin.
Stop talking about how hot your uncle is. It's weird.
Especially because he's an identical twin with your dad. So he is just your dad?
0800 the edge or text in to 3343. When have you hooked up with your family, your whānau?
Yeah, this may be a bit of a long shot.
Whānau.
But it's a big country, Aotearoa.
Yeah, it must have been in Nelson. Shout out to Nelson. Nelson people, call in.
Yeah, and there must be someone out there for everyone.
Next, I will inform you about my friend who hooked up with someone in his family without realising it.
It's not me.
It's not Clint.
For the record, it was not me. I've never hooked up with anyone in my family.
Apart from your sister.
Hey!
Just kidding.
0800 the edge.
She's not that desperate. Tom, tell us about how you hooked up with your cousin.
My dad told me that we were third cousin, and I don't know, it was a family reunion.
What? So you've been dating your third cousin. Are you still dating her now?
Yep.
How long have you been dating her for?
Almost 2 years now.
Tom, first of all, congratulations, mate. Good,
No.
Good to see you getting lucky. But I'm going to
Does that
say
even count anyway? I mean, third cousin?
it's not great. I'm going to be honest with you.
At somewhere along the family tree, Tom, is there a relative that you share the same bloodline from?
Awkward.
Oh my god! So, do you know what? I just think that Tom met someone that was really nice, that was really good looking, and he just thought to the future and thought, if I date this girl, my wedding's going to be cheap. We only got to invite one
side
family.
of the family.
Wow.
Tom,
okay.
we can't endorse that, but thank you for calling.
And we have also got 80 on the line. 80, did you hook up with your cousin?
No, I didn't hook up with my cousin, thank God. But my friend of mine back in the UK, her parents are first cousins.
What?
First cousins.
So let's talk about your friend. Does she have an extra finger?
No, she doesn't. She's kind of weird.
Does she have a tail?
No. I didn't get that far in our relationship to find out, but no.
Does she have a limp and walk slightly around in circles?
She does go around in circles, usually alcohol-driven, though, yeah.
First cousins is incredible, because that means that their parents are brother and sister.
Yes, that's what first cousins are.
So what side, when you go to the wedding, do you sit on?
You just sit in the middle down the aisle.
You sit in the middle, on the floor.
How did their family accept them, do you know, 80?
I don't know. It's always known. It's always known that they were cousins, and they got together, hooked up, and then she was born, and then it worked out like her dad is her second cousin, and her brother is her third cousin. And we all found out, and she was pretty gutted that we found out. So yeah.
Does she have two heads?
Double vision sometimes. Yeah.
80, is it legal?
In the UK, it's not illegal, but it's not really encouraged.
It's definitely illegal here. Thank you so much, I think, for that call.
I reckon Sharon's story is even grosser than that.
Okay, we've been waiting, but Shaz Dog?
Strap yourself in. This is a true story. One of my guy mates is adopted, and he's now gay, but the last girl that he dated, he went out, they had an amazing connection, and he really thought, maybe I'm not gay because I really, really like this girl. They ended up having a massive pash fest, and then we were going to have a follow-up date. They'd already organised their next date. The next day, he went round to meet his birth parents, and they said, oh, blah, blah, this is your sister.
No.
In walks the girl that he'd been pashing the night before. He pashed up his sister, and then he walked out after meeting them, and he was like, yep, definitely gay. And he's
Holy
never
crap.
hooked up with another girl.
Wow.
That's a Jay-Z story. Drop the mic, after me there will be no more. No one can top that.
No wonder they had such a connection. It was his sister.
Amazing.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
Bets have been made. It is time to pay up. If you're just joining us from last Friday, Clint and Chang made a bet on their favourite rugby teams. Clint backed the Chiefs.
Chiefs all do. Chiefs runner.
Chang beat the Blues.
Chiefs hard. Chiefs swag. Chiefs all do.
Chang loves the Blues with all his heart. Chang, this is the second time you guys have made this wager, and the second time you've backed the Blues. Do you regret backing the Blues?
No way. Blues fan all day.
Now we had a wager that was to do your job with your hands tied behind your back. Mm-hmm. That wager has been upped. Now the game, Clint, Chang, do you want to reveal who won the game between the Chiefs and the Blues?
Yeah, the Blues unfortunately lost the game.
So that means
the season.
So that means who's doing the challenge?
Me.
You're doing the challenge.
Yep.
The wager has been upped. In studio with us now, we're going big time. We have Hayley Smith. Welcome to the studio, Hayley Smith! Thanks for coming, Hayley.
That's all right.
Hayley, do you mind telling Chang, I've got a gold medal around my neck that you won. Do you mind telling Chang how you won this medal?
On a competition in the weekend at Fitness Expo, I competed against another woman to win that gold medal for arm wrestling.
Woo! Hayley is a New Zealand champion at arm wrestling. She is 16 years old.
Oh, good one.
How did you get into arm wrestling?
My dad saw a stall at Big Boys Toys. Yeah.
Hayley's your dad's here.
Yeah.
Were you into it, or did your dad really have to encourage you to be an arm wrestler? Was it like, come on, honestly, you'll love it. Honestly, you'll love it. You're like, I'm pretty keen on netball. And he's like, no, arm wrestling is where it's at.
Yeah, it was a little bit of, it's what he wanted.
Well, hey, can I just say, Hayley?
Oh, hang on, bring Papa Hayley in. Get in. Papa Hayley.
Mel, hello, Mel.
Hey, how you going, guys?
Does that cut right to the bone? Are you going to arm wrestle the shit out of her when she gets home?
Well, I don't even go against her now. She's just going to smash me every time.
Can I just say...
No, but Hayley, you're a stage dad. You're a stage dad.
Thank God that he went to Big Boys Toys and chose arm wrestling and didn't go to Big Boys Toys and go, hey, babes, you should get in the bikini comp.
Okay.
So this is it.
Yeah.
It's time to go. Chang, your punishment is you have to arm wrestle a 16-year-old girl.
Hang on, let me just clarify. She's twice that I'm half her age.
Don't
So
they-
I'm 32. She's 16.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be so humiliating
No,
when
no,
you get
no.
your
Don't mean
ass
ages.
whooped.
No, I mean, what if I beat her? How bad would that be?
Okay. Do you know how unlikely? First of all,
Yeah, I have the experience.
First of all, just shut up. But what is going to happen is if by the very, very small chance that you beat the likeliness of you beating Hayley is about as likely as you like scoring a girl.
1%
You
is
are
better than nothing.
You are going to earn for yourself, if you win, immunity for 6 weeks from How Does It Feel?
Ooh, 6 weeks.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right.
This is Chang Hung versus 16-year-old Hayley. Arm wrestle.
I've got a sore elbow at the moment.
We just now we're hearing the pull out.
Mano a mano. Ladies and gentlemen, lock wrists. On the count of 3, you will begin.
Oh my God, your hands are bigger than mine.
I can see some tactics from you.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay. Oh my God,
Hayley's
oh my
off to a
God,
good
oh my
start. Straight down to the ground. Chang Hung has been destroyed.
It was literally 3 seconds.
Chang's wrist.
I think I wasn't
buckled.
prepared for the 1 or 2 or 3 count.
A 16-year-old just destroyed Chang in the studio. The video will be up on our Facebook page. That is huge. Hayley, any celebratory comments for the winner?
I'm 16 and I just bit you.
Chang, how you feeling, mate?
Very sore now.
Smells like bitch in here.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
It's been a long time, but it's time for the return of a Guy, Sharyn, and Clint favourite.
Sharyn Schoolyard Stories.
They're my stories and I don't even like them.
Yeah. Today we thought we'd do a little bit of a twist on the old Shaz Dog Schoolyard Stories and bring you a Shaz Dog's Mexican Stories.
Arriba!
All the way from Mexico, Sharyn. We want the Maharachi one, if possible.
Do you mean mariachi?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Maharachi.
So, you know the mariachi
Sorry.
bands?
We want the Macarena story.
You know the mariachi bands that you see in movies and stuff, and it's usually like 3 or 4 Mexican guys, and they're all dressed up in their suits.
Yeah.
They walk around all the time, especially we were in Playa del Carmen, and there's a street called 5th Avenue, which is where mainly all the tourists are and all the restaurants, all that sort of stuff's all down there.
Yeah.
They walk up and down there, and basically they'll charge you 100 pesos for them to sing a song for you, which in New Zealand dollars is like $10.
Well, bargain.
It's like cheap. Or maybe, yeah, it's about $10. It's really cheap. And we like, yes, this is awesome. We get a mariachi band. And they were so good. So then we went to this bar on the way home, and by then we'd had about 14 shots of mezcal, which is like tequila.
Okay.
And with the mariachi band walked past again. And we were like, sing for us! So we all had turns paying for them to sing a song, and then we ran out of money. And so our local friend, Loda, went over to the mariachi guy and said, how much for a song if I have no money? And he said, I'll do it for a kiss. And she's like, I'll kiss you for 2 songs. He said, deal. We turn around. They are having a full-on pash for about 30 seconds. Then he goes, you know what, Laura? I play 3 songs.
Amazing.
And so he played 3 songs for us, and we're like, yay, mariachi, this is the best. Walked outside to leave, and waiting outside is 2 Mexican women and their 2 little kids. It's 3 a.m, walking to meet their dads who are in the mariachi band.
Oh.
Including the wife and child of the one that had just pashed my friend Loda to sing a song.
Man, that's a bombshell.
How awkward. And she's going to see that guy around the place, and she's probably going to get a very mad mariachi wife coming to see her.
You can't say mad at a mariachi, do they?
Real mariachi wives of Mexico. Thank you, Sharon. That was another edition of Sharon's Mexican Schoolyard Hybrid Stories.
Yeah.
It's just a tip. If you go to Mexico and you want a mariachi band, just offer your body.
You're like, why are you cheating on me with other woman? He's like, arriba.
Guy, Sharon, and Clint on the edge.
It's the beginning of the week, which means we need to catch up on everything we've missed thus far last week on Shortland Street, so we're up to date for tonight at 7 p.m. Welcome to the show, our Shortland Street expert from Dunedin, James!
Hello, guys.
James, we've got Shaz Dog in the studio as well. She's also a big Shortland Street fan, so you're going to have to watch out because she'll be trying to bum you out with her sweet Shortland Street knowledge.
All right, I'll watch out for that.
I'm a Shortland Street shark.
The first thing I wanted to talk about today was the passing of a character called Effie.
Effie was a minor character who didn't get much screen time. She'd been on the show for a few weeks, but they decided to kill her off this week, and they didn't give her a death scene. Dallas just walked in, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, Effie died."
And what causes? How'd she die?
She got coughed on by a sick man.
She literally just got coughed on, like one cough, and then next thing you know, Dallas walks in and she's dead.
Now that Shortland Street's told me this, I've faced death many a time because my sister Jocelyn coughs on me all the time.
What's the worst thing about this is that the Shortland Street people didn't take it seriously at all. They were just joking about Effie's death.
Meanwhile, life goes on.
Tell that to Effie.
That's not helpful, Garrett.
That bloody Garrett, he's always crazy.
Too soon. Now, the other reason we got you on this week, James, is because I want to find out about the attempted murder story, because that is blowing my mind.
Last week, actually, 3 children nearly got murdered by one of the kids' dad.
Why was he trying to kill them?
Oh, he was real crazy and obsessed with his son. It was a strange storyline. But, yeah, they nearly got murdered, and a week later, it doesn't seem like many people are talking about it at all.
My favourite thing about this is the way Evan described the whole situation.
The whole thing with Dr. Franklin was pretty random.
Oh, yeah. Pretty random. Came home and found my puppy dead on the front yard. Oh, yeah. Pretty random.
So that besides the attempted murder, we also have a super sad moment of the week. James, what's that?
Sarah couldn't get a stain out of the table.
There's a stain. Told you about leaving empty tins upside down on the bench. They leave a mark.
She's so angry about it.
Honestly, James, as a fellow Shortland Street fan...
Yep.
Don't you just wish that Sarah would get killed off?
Yeah, she's been on for too long.
And TK's already divorced her once. Like, how does he not know how annoying... I think she'd be a lovely person in real life, but Sarah just... Every time she's on, I fast forward her.
Hey, James, thank you so much for your wrap-up of the week. What are you looking forward to this week at 7 p.m?
Shorty Street.
James, you're awesome. See you next week. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Guy, Sharon, and Clint on the edge.
Gossip. Scandal. Romance. Sexy. News. Clint and the Glossies.
Monday's such a good day because we get James watching Shortland Street, so you don't have to, and now we have Clint wrapping up the Glossies, so you don't have to do that either.
Sharon, you've missed a lot of Glossies while you've been away.
Oh, so many.
This week, we're starting off with NW. NW's got Kendall Jenner on the cover, and she's got a sex tape because she's part of the Kardashian family.
Oh, God. Who's her sex tape with? Please tell me that it is with Harry Styles in One Direction.
I read the story, and I don't mean to be rude, but it sounds like it's with herself.
So it's just like...
Solo.
Titter-pitter.
Well, this is what they say, and she sent it to a guy who then sent it to all his mates, and then one of them is going to put it on the internet and sell it. Here's the money. She went to her mum to say, I've got a sex tape, help, what do I do? And her mum pretty much said, I can't help you, I've got a sex tape of my own to worry about.
Oh my God.
Gold.
So that didn't go too well.
Pass it over to me, I want to read that.
Sure, there you go. That's NW. The next one is Women's Day. Women's Day have jumped on the Lou Vincent story as well, but they're taking a different angle. For Lou Vincent, disgraced cricket cheat, for those who don't know who Lou Vincent is. Yeah. He's 35, she's 50, Lou's lover tells all. So it's a story about Lou Vincent's 50-year-old girlfriend.
Oh.
Which is a different angle, isn't it?
Is he just doing lots of Women's Day and all that sort of stuff to make money to pay his legal bills?
I don't know. Surely he's got heaps of money because he got all that money from cheating.
No, he didn't get it though.
He
didn't get it.
Thing.
He'd have to give that money back, wouldn't he?
Didn't he get the money?
No, he got to the last day of cheating when he was going to get all the money and accidentally hit a 6, screwed up the gambling and didn't get any money.
No.
It's unbelievable, eh?
The best bit is he's still got the V-neck and the haircut and the really cool necklace. So that's in Women's Day.
You think they would dress him for that, eh? Get him out of those V-necks, someone. His wife can sort that out, surely.
She's probably into it at that age.
Where I picked up the glossies from this week, they didn't have our favourite guy, they didn't have That's Life.
Oh, what?
But they've got our second favourite, Lucky Break. So
lucky. Well, that's a lucky break that they had lucky break.
Our favourite Lucky Break headlines this week. Kiwi Courage. My soulmate's fight back after losing half his brain. Lucky Break.
How did he lose half his brain?
NZ Confession. I fattened up my friend and then stole her man. Lucky Break.
Oh, God. That's not a lucky break.
My hubby had 30 secret kids. Lucky Break. Curry in a Hurry. Lucky. Oh no, that is actually quite a lucky break.
Curry in a Hurry.
Is Lucky Break fiction?
I don't know, but they've gone and put this really beautiful woman on the cover. I've looked through. She does not pertain to any of the stories in here. They've just got a glossy magazine and they need a good-looking woman to put on the cover.
That's Life does the same thing. Every magazine should do that. New Zealand Rugby magazine should do that. Just put a beautiful woman on the cover, it'll sell copies.
Sick crosswords, though, and Lucky Break.
Oh, mate, I want to borrow that after you.
You win $2,000. Lucky. No, that is a Lucky Break.
Didn't quite nail the joke there.
And that is another edition of Clint and the Glossies. I've read them, so you didn't have to.
Thanks for keeping us up to date,
Good work,
mate.
Clint.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the edge.
And that's American Authors. It's Best Day of My Life. We announced this morning that those guys are coming to the country to do a show in Auckland. One show at the Power Station on September the 24th. The tickets go on sale to Frontier members for 24 hours on July 17th at 2 p.m. And then general sales will be on sale. Oh, that's today. And then tomorrow. Is it?
Come on, what's the date? Today is the 14th.
Oh, no, it's soon. Yeah.
Come on, mate.
And then general public sales go on sale Tuesday, July 22nd at 10 a.m. from Ticketmaster. Over the weekend, in the lead up to this, I caught up with Zach from American Authors, and here he is. First question, have you ever seen Tech in a Sec?
No, what's that? Wait, what is it?
Tech in a Sec is how New Zealanders first heard American Authors. It's a thing...
Really?
It's a thing on television which is designed to educate old people on how to use their smartphone and their internet router. And the music in the and the music in the background of it is the song Best Day of My Life. So they had that on
Now that you mention it,
yeah.
Now that you mention it, I remember, I know about that, and I remember approving that to happen.
Yeah.
But I have not seen it.
So Telecom just flicked you an email and they're like, hey man, we want to use your song, and all you saw was dollar signs and about 7 figures below it, and you're like, yep, use it for whatever the hell you want.
Oh, yeah, man, just, go for it. That sounds pretty good to me.
So seeing as you...
No, I will say I did see the Telecom commercial. I'm not sure if that's the same thing, but the Telecom commercial with the big balloons and they're out and there's paint flying everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's another
really
one.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's another one that they've used it for. Yeah, you're right, actually. I forgot about that one. The idea of...
I saw that one, and that was awesome.
Yeah, the idea of the Tech in a Sec one is basically, if your router's not working, switch it off and switch it back on. If your cell phone's not working, switch it off and switch it back on. If your computer's not working...
Yeah, and obviously...
Switch it off.
You just switch it off and switch it on.
There you go. So you're picking up quite fast. I wanted to ask you, what is your top technology tip, seeing as you are the spokesperson for Tech in a Sec?
Oh, wow, my tech advice, man. I'm not... my best tech advice would have to be throw the technology against the wall if you're getting frustrated with it. It always works, just either chuck it at the wall or hit it really hard with your hand, and then it should start up again.
You guys are going to be here in New Zealand in September. One show only at the Power Station on September 24th. The tickets are available from ticketmaster.co.nz. Looking forward to the show. Thanks for the chat, Zach.
We can't wait, man. We'll see you soon.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the edge.
There you go. Thank you. That's the podcast.
Sharyn is now diagnosing my knee problem.
I used to go to the physio twice a week for 10 weeks.
So you're an expert then.
So I'm an expert on these things.
I used to go to the bakery a lot. Doesn't make me a baker.
Makes me an expert on bakery foods, though.
Why'd you stop going to the... Oh, good. That was a good
To the bakery? Because they got a bad food hygiene rating.
Also because he couldn't fit on the rugby field anymore. Because he has to be under 85. 25, and he was like 95.
How's that going, bro? Is it causing you major problems?
Yeah,
being able to...
not good. I didn't play. I didn't play on the weekend.
It feels all right. Thank you very much. Don't stop it. I enjoy the intimacy. Thanks for listening to the podcast, guys.
It feels really sexual.
And see you tomorrow. This is not sexual, by the way. It's physio.
Sharyn, do you do buttocks?
I actually love a good. I'll give. Oh, I don't know if I do it to you, but
You do me, I'll do you.
a good butt massage when we get right in the hip.
Yeah, I'll get right in the crack.
I'll get it. What?
The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.